3.1 Practice and Research. Project 5 Critical Essay. So moving forward and starting to think about the introduction of the essay and the then second and third stages of dyslexia as a theme, and my responses to my learning and my knowledge and how I have learned various routes and topics with textile practitioners and artists that are dyslexic and famous people, and how other artists have engaged with dyslexia and how they demonstrate it visually in their own practice. I'm just starting to build up notes and ideas with post-its and mind mapping. So obviously this is going to be an ongoing stage at the moment where I'm going to be dipping in and out various stages of the essay, thinking about the conclusion, how to finalise and conclude what my presentation was all about. So from my notebook, with working with the mind maps and post-its, I have returned back to the beginning, and I just wanted to recap on the subject matter, dyslexia, and I went back and started to look at the strengths and the weaknesses, because again, since my own diagnosis, I think it's been important for my learning that I've learnt quite a lot, and I've also been given a better understanding that I just see things differently. I learn differently. I just see things in pictures, creativity, visual learning. So hence, this is why all of this makes sense to me. And this has been from the beginning of the project. I did actually engage in, once I started to learn about pastel colours as well, yellow being one of the colours used in dyslexia education, helps with the memory. So I've engaged in pieces of advice really in my new learning. So all of this has been relevant and important. So I've started to build up a file of all of this information, and it's all in order so I can sift through this. So other areas that I've also started to engage in is started to think about the title of the essay. I haven't concluded as of yet whether it's going to be a video essay, PechaKucha, or a case study. But I am feeling a little bit more confident. I am as of yet, just to clarify what the first draft needs to be, but I do think that this is an important process for me to demonstrate how I'm actually working towards this essay. Well, it feels important to me anyway, because I think dealing with such a subject matter, it's also become quite emotionally involved as well. And just to finish off, I am also going to be putting together kind of a little bit of a script of how I'm going to present my visual essay. And I think I'm going to kind of also as well maybe work with some diagrams so that I've got something visual, just to show a method in my madness, a methodical cycle or synthesis, because I do think it's all relevant and it all connects. And then, as we can see over here, I've got some relevant sampling, so I'm starting to collate that, and I will go back into the very first sketchbook, and I'm going to start to pull out some relevant samples also as well. So the experience has kind of been a full circle, and it's also at times making me feel as though I'm going backwards before I go forwards. But I think now that this is kind of starting to build into a bigger mind map, I think it's starting to make a little bit more sense. But we shall see what happens.